In this video, I'm going to talk about the idea of the cloud and talk about cloud storage. If you've seen my last video on Office 365, I talked a lot about OneDrive and how it was cloud storage. And for me, every day I deal with cloud storage and the concept of it, how it works, what it is, but wanted to do a video on, what is it? Because marketing has done a great job of giving us a picture of a cloud, and you can see my lovely drawing of a cloud there. And, it's the cloud, it's off in there. But what is it really? How does it actually work? Is it safe? Is it secure? Is it somewhere where my files should be? And what is it? So stay tuned, and we're going to talk about all things cloud. Okay, so when we look at here the cloud, we see the marketing pictures of a cloud, and we got little us down here, and we're trying to figure out, what is the cloud? Is this is this what the cloud is? And what is in here? My files just go up into a cloud, and is that safe? What is that? Can everybody see them? Okay, so here's the thing: is in essence the cloud is just servers. It's the same servers. It's a computer. It's a place where you're storing your files. Okay, it's the same technology that we've used for a while. It's just opening it up to the internet. So the same way, when if you take a file and you save that file to your computer, okay, there's your computer. So you save a file to your computer. Well, you trust, okay, yeah, the file has been saved onto my computer, and that's where it is. Now, if you also have your cell phone, all right, let's go ahead and make this. Yeah, there we go. You got your cell phone there, and you're like, you know what? I wish I could get that file onto my cell phone. Well, what you do is you have to plug a cable into your cell phone, plug it into your computer, and then you have to copy that file from your computer over to your phone. And while that's great, it's not the most efficient way to move your files around. So the idea of the cloud is to handle this synchronization of the files for you. So what the cloud does, and let's go ahead and just take these servers here, and let's just put these inside a cloud, just so we understand. Now these servers are physically located somewhere. They could be with Microsoft, they could be with Google, they could be with Apple, depending on which service you use, but they're physical servers with a company. So when you sign up for a cloud service, it takes that file that you saved to your computer, and it goes, okay, great, that file is still on your computer, but it's going to make a synced copy of it up into these servers with this web provider. Okay? So it's making a copy, and it's keeping it in sync. So now that file is copied up there. Now, if you set up your cell phone with that same cloud service, well, these servers will send another copy down to your phone. And if you make a change on your phone will send a copy and sync the copy back to the servers, which then will send and sync a copy back to your computer. So pretty much what it's doing is, when you sign up for a cloud service, is these servers are managing your files to make sure that they stay synced on all your devices. And I use this all the time. I will create documents on my computer, which my desktop at home, and I have another tablet that I carry around with me, but a lot of times, I just have my phone with me. Well, on my phone, I can open up those same files. Now, a question I get sometimes is, well, what happens if I have, let's say, 500 gigabytes of files on my computer and I synchronize them all in the cloud? Well, my phone doesn't have 500 gigabytes of storage, so what happens? Well, in reality, a lot of times, especially on like a cell phone, when you access those files, you're actually logging into this cloud service, these servers, and you're actually going to use their either their website to access those files, or you're going to use their app to access those files on your computer or on your mobile device. And when you do that, you're basically just accessing those files off of their servers. So that's kind of the idea of it. It's just this idea that you're signing up for a service that is going to make sure that all your files that you give access, you do have to tell it which files you want to synchronize by putting them into, either the OneDrive or the Google Drive folder, so that they'll synchronize, or something like Dropbox. Dropbox is a cloud service as well. And then it keeps track of making sure all those files are synchronized. Now, another great thing with cloud service is you can share a file. So let's say you have somebody else, and they're like, hey, that one file that we've been working on, can I get access to it? And you're like, sure. So you can share it with them, usually using like their email address, and you can share it over to them so that they can access it on their machine. Now, you still have control of the file. It is still your file, and you can unshare it at any point and take away their access to it. Or you can continue to collaborate on these files together, so that as they make changes and as you make changes, they both will synchronize up here to the cloud and update. Now, this all sounds great, but usually the question I run into next is, well, is this secure? I don't want all my information going up to some cloud server somewhere and everybody having access to it. Well, there's obviously once you give your information to somebody else, you're reliant on their privacy policies. Now, there has been a lot of issues with things like the NSA trying to get into information on these servers, or what do you do about your privacy of those files, or what do you do about data leaks or hacks? I mean, these are all legitimate concerns, and I would say, yes, these are legitimate concerns, but you also have a legitimate concern about somebody breaking into your home. You have legitimate concern about somebody tapping your internet connection. You have legitimate concerns about somebody stealing your cell phone. And so for me, these things are just new. They're new concerns, but they're not any different for me than my own data. Now, yeah, you could say, well, I have more control of my own data because I can put security system on my house and I can put a PIN number on my phone. And yes, and this is why it's important to know who is the cloud provider holding your data, and making sure you trust them. Now, is any company perfect? No. But it is a matter of looking into how they treat your data. Is it secure? Do they have encryption on your information and stuff like that? And that's a bigger question beyond this video. But here's the thing. I've been using cloud storage for years now. I've never once felt like my data was at risk. I've always felt in control of my data. So the service I use for cloud storage is OneDrive, which is a Microsoft service, OneDrive. And the reason I use it is because it's bundled in with Office 365. Which my handwriting here is wonderful. And you can check the links in the description. I have links to more information and pricing for these products. But the reason I use it is because these come bundled together. And so for me, the most cost-effective way to actually get the cloud storage is using these services. There's nothing wrong with things like Google Drive and Dropbox, but they are usually more expensive than getting OneDrive with Office 365. The other thing I like about cloud storage is this is an automatic backup of your information. So the servers keep track of file changes and make sure that your information is always kept synced there. So if your computer were to crash, normally you would lose all your information. But if you have everything set up in the cloud, then all you have to do is you go out and buy your new computer. Your brand new, really cool looking computer, and you just sign back in through the website, or you sign back in through your service, and it will begin to re-download and resync all of those files that you had synchronized back to your computer. So on my computer, I actually synchronize all of my files to OneDrive or to whatever your cloud service is. And I have another video that I've done in the past on this, on how to synchronize all your files, all your documents and pictures. And I'll probably be doing an update on that video for Windows 10. So if you're not subscribed to my channel already, and you're interested in that, subscribe to my channel, which I'll be working on that video on how to make it even easier and to make sure all your files are synchronized up to the cloud. And like I said, it's a cheap way to do a backup. So that's my case for cloud storage. Again, I know some people are still skeptical of it, but for me, it's a software that's really convenient. It's a technology that's really convenient, and it is secure. It's just as secure, if not more secure, than your house. Because at the end of the day, these companies hire full-time security staff. They have security measures in place. The only thing that makes them more susceptible to these hacks is that they're a bigger target. Most people aren't looking to break into your house to steal your data. But at the same time, most people aren't looking to break into a cloud storage server to steal your data. They're looking for more important things like credit card numbers. So at the end of the day, don't put your credit card number in a notepad file and synchronize that to your cloud storage. If you're going to do something like that, put it into a Word document, save the Word document with a password, and then synchronize it to cloud storage. So I hope that makes sense. Hope that helped answer some questions. If you have any more questions about cloud storage and how that works, please post in the comments. And if you'd like to see that video on how to synchronize all of your documents to a OneDrive type storage, cloud storage, then give the video a like, and I'll look at making that video very soon. So thank you very much once again for watching.